Okay, let's talk about the engine a little bit. It's a standard Chevy 350. The previous guy who built it a little hotter, but I don't have the specs for that. So I can't actually give you, if he had, I don't think he milled the heads or anything like that. But I think the cam is hotter, I think is what he did. Cam's a little more set up. And those look like cast iron heads to me. I do have the headers for it. And then, it's got the newer single wire alternator. I think it's close to 100 amp on that guy. Not that that's a deal breaker for anybody. I'm pretty sure this was, high flow, mechanical fuel pump, Edelbrock. This is if I can see it right, I think it's a 1406, obviously electric choke, carburetor. And I think it's the Performer, Edelbrock Performer intake, I believe. But it was storing it, so I had to hoist it, so that's why this is on. And then of course, you got your MSD distributor, and I also have an MSD box around here somewhere. I just saw it a little while ago, so I know that I have that with this guy. Automatic transmission, 350 Chevy 350 turbo, automatic transmission. This guy, I drove the car. Yeah, I drove the car for a while, and then from there, I pulled the engine as I started to take the car apart, and I just stored the engine inside. It has not been outside, it's been inside the whole time. You can see it's still got fluid as it's leaking out there. So it hasn't been neglected. I'm not, because of how I had to put it on the pallet, I'm really not in a place to turn it. But it was running when I pulled it. And again, brother, I don't have a warranty to give you, right? This is where it was and where it's at now. And I mean, you pretty obvious that thing was running last I had it. And then the headers are in there over there. Maybe I'll move on from here to the exhaust, but I think that's everything about the engine. I can't think of anything else about it. There was nothing, it wasn't doing anything funky, wasn't making any weird noises or anything like that. Everything was running smooth. One thing you should know is that there is not a radiator. I actually pulled the radiator and helped a friend on a project he had. So there's no radiator for the car. It's gonna be a lot easier on this project for me to tell you the few things that it doesn't have than to try to, tell you part by part everything it does have. So that's the power plant right there. And hopefully that answers a few questions a little bit.